It's day 2 of the Ablaze recording sessions. I'm in Brno to record new works by 12 different composers. Dawn has cracked, and I'm doing a spot of last-minute cramming for the day ahead. First up is a composer who has travelled pretty much as far as it's possible to travel to attend a recording session.
I flew in from Sydney, Australia. Very long flight. I had to come. It's simple as that. I know this orchestra from my childhood, from listening to recordings, so once I knew I had this opportunity, it was a no-brainer, really. It was just an immense sound. It's funny, you write these things, and this piece is 3 years old, and I know what it sounds like, and I know what I've written, but it then comes off the page, and I was a few times yesterday thinking, did I write that? It was amazing. I didn't think it was that loud. I mean, I knew it was a big piece, but the scale of it just overwhelmed me at times. I always knew how it was going to end exactly, but in my head. And the playback in your head isn't quite as ferocious.
Next is the Aroma of Exotic by Chinese composer Zhiyi Wang. Zhiyi wasn't able to join us for the recording, but he wrote to us during the actual session and told us that his piece had just won first prize in the Senzoku Gakuen International Composition Competition. So as days go for composers, this one wasn't an entirely bad one.
So I was just rootling about on the internet and discovered that we are number 2 in the US Billboard classical music charts, which is great. Obviously, we're very happy about that. More surprising in view of the fact that we actually didn't know that we had an album out. So it's an album that we recorded in December with the US pop singer and composer Casey Crescenzo. It's an album for which he raised the money through Kickstarter, and so that's great, that's come out. He's a busy man, he didn't tell us that the album was out, but we're number 2, that's great. We've managed to beat the Italian tenor Andrea Bocelli and a load of Benedictine nuns, but we've been beaten to second place. We've been pipped at the post by the high-kicking violin fairy Lindsay Sterling. So, congratulations to her, but you know, maybe we'll get there next week.
The afternoon session is devoted to a single work, Anaphora, by the British composer Bernard Hughes. A clash of diaries meant Bernard couldn't join us in Brno either, but our cunning sound engineer Yaroslav rigged up a clever spot of wiring, and we plugged Bernard into the mixing desk, so that he could listen to the session over the internet from his studio in London.
So I had a feed to the desk that was coming in from the studio, and that was coming into my computer at home. And then every now and then I would be asked what my opinion was on how things were going, and I was obviously following the score and would make my comments. Well, it was fantastic, and I have to say I've listened to it about 15 times just for the sheer pleasure of listening to it, because it's great to hear my piece done so well.